Today Live Digital Edition, coming to you from our beautiful bite-sized TV studio on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm Amanda Salas.
Woo-hoo. And I'm Tanner Thomason, and we're sitting with a man who's been Emmy-nominated for directing Game of Thrones and is now bringing his vision to NBC's adaptation of the popular Hellblazer comics, Constantine. Take a look at his work.
Stay away! Back away! Stop! Stay away!
It's easier to deny danger than to face it, but make no mistake, if you don't listen to me, you'll be dead by morning.
I'm calling the police.
If you're so committed to contacting the authorities, then here's where they can reach me. Or you can, if you enjoy breathing.
Master of the Dark Arts.
I'm getting new ones made.
Woo! Please welcome Neil Marshall. Woo! Hi. Neil.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
Woo! Keep that
I love Master of the Dark Arts being warded off by pepper spray in the scene there.
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever it takes. What drew you to Constantine?
I think I remember when the movie came out. I'd never. There's like 30 years of comics to kind of catch up on. I remember when the movie came out, and there was this kind of big uproar about the fact that they made the character American,
Right.
and giving him black hair as opposed to blonde hair, and that really kind of got me fascinated with who was this guy that they were talking about. It's very rare that there's a real strong British comic character, and Constantine's one of the few, and I was just like really intrigued by this character. So I kind of got interested in him then, and then the opportunity came to work on the TV show, and I kind of went into pitch, and it was just like the chance to do it, go back to the source material, and go back to making this character, honest to what he's meant to be. So he is British. He's got the spiky blonde hair.
Yeah. Well, all awesome guys have blonde hair. I don't know, Amanda, if you've seen this is sort of what it's based on. Yeah, I was a big fan of. I love the Constantine movie with Keanu, but I'm also really looking forward to this. I am really interested to see what you do with it. What was it like to work with Matt Ryan?
Oh, Matt's just an absolute legend. It was quite a long casting process that we went through. The moment that we met Matt, we were just like, he's the guy. And now that he's inhabited the role and he's done quite a few episodes now, it's just like, you can't imagine anybody else playing this character.
Right.
He's such a lovely guy, and I think he really nails Constantine.
He does. I interviewed him at the NBC TCAs, him and Harold, and they were saying the Peacock's getting a little ruffled their feathers a little bit. It's getting Freaky Friday on NBC. They said it's going to be a little scary.
That was the plan, and that's part of the reason that I was brought in, really, was the intention to make it as scary as we possibly can.
Yeah.
We wanted to go back to making really scary TV.
Absolutely.
That's so
Fridays.
interesting. I know a lot of your projects, a lot of the things that you work on kind of have a dark tone to them. I know you sort of consider yourself an action director, but you cover a lot of heavy stuff.
I think I like exploring sort of the darker sides of human nature, and that comes out in all of my work. And I think I'm not one to hold back with the blood when it comes to spilling blood around and stuff like that. So there's a lot of that in my movies.
How much of that are we going to get this upcoming Friday on NBC? Lots of blood flying around? What is it?
Well, Constantine is more about the scares than the blood. It's less gory but more scary, and I think that's the intention. Yeah.
You were inspired to become a director after watching Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Absolutely.
What was it about that movie that gave you your passion?
Well, I still think it's the greatest movie ever. Yeah. I was 11 years old. I went to see it for the first time. And I don't know, it was the first time that I really felt that understood that a movie was being directed, that there was a hand behind it that was guiding this thing. Right. And I think I also saw a documentary about the making of Raiders on TV at the time, and I just thought, immediately I knew that's what I want to do. I have to direct movies somehow. And it literally started a couple of weeks later. I got hold of a Super 8 cine camera, and my friend and I started making movies. And we were like 12 years old, and never stopped. Yeah.
Well, what is next? I'm hoping that we're going to see more of your work on Constantine, but do you have any other projects coming up next that we can look forward to?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming up. Well, I'm not doing any Game of Thrones this season. Obviously, I did last season, and then hopefully I'll get to do some more. Obviously, you got the first episode of Constantine, and then there's another episode later in November.
Oh, very cool.
That I did. I'm going to be doing an episode of Hannibal,
Oh, nice.
which I really love. I'm also a film that I produced that my wife directed is coming out on DVD on the 28th, I think it is, of this month. And that's the first film I've ever produced, so this is kind of a big deal for me. And that's a ghost story as well, so it's, keeping up the whole tradition of scares and fear. What else? And hopefully I'm going to be shooting another feature straight off the back of Hannibal as well, so that's a really big deal for me.
Super exciting, very exciting.
And it's a scary movie, of course.
Yeah, all right. Well, tell us what it's like to be Emmy nominated.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Watchers on the Wall episode.
I don't know if you know this, but people who come on our show go on to win awards. That's sort of been a recurring theme.
Okay.
Or their TV show gets
I should-
canceled, but that's a side note.
Should have come on the show before I went to the Emmys. No, that's I was just kind of overwhelmed by the whole thing. Real surprise. I'm incredibly proud, and certainly when you see the other people who are nominated in my category, it's just like wow to be in such company. Considering I've only been working in TV for a couple of years now, and I've been very, very lucky with the projects that I've got, be it Game of Thrones, Constantine, and such like. But the Emmy Awards, the whole thing was just a real experience. I was so kind of terrified of winning. Of having to get up on stage and in front of all the millions of people watching and such like, and do a speech and things like that. That it was almost a relief when I found out I had one.
Just to get out of
So
it.
it was a good rehearsal to go, and I was amazed and honoured to be nominated. But hopefully, if there's another time, I'll be a bit more prepared. I mean, it's the first time I've ever been to an event like that.
Oh, wow.
So then, if I'd had to go up on stage, I was just like,
I can imagine how overwhelming.
I like being
that-
behind the camera. that's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Did you have a speech prepared? Were you prepared?
Oh, I had some ideas, but I honestly didn't think that I had a chance anyway. So it was it was fine.
So your wife and you live in London, but you...
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So now are you here?
We're here.
Welcome.
Welcome to
Hey, welcome
Hey.
to Hollywood, baby.
Go LA.
What do you like the most about living here right now?
Well, the weather's definitely good.
Yes.
No, it's the whole thing. It's like we were in London for like 7 years, and just the whole thing of grey skies and narrow streets just got to be a bit much. And we were wanting to come here for quite a while anyway. The opportunity presented itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love it. It's the light, the space, the people.
Wide streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
No rain, all sun.
Driving on a different side, though.
Oh, that's easy.
It's easy?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming by, Neil. And I can't wait
Oh,
to
you're
see
welcome.
like the great things that you're going to come up with in the next few years. You can catch Neil's work when Constantine premieres Friday, October 24th on NBC. Thanks again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And keep watching for more of the latest Hollywood news and celebrity interviews right here on Bite Size TV.